What's good, y'all? Start a week now. We got heavy squats and bench today. We're going to mix things up. I got some resistance bands. I think combined, they're between 35 and 70 pounds, so we'll use the middle number of 50 and add that to what we did last week. What we did 570 last week, we're going to start with 575, add 50 to that, 625. And we're going to do some reverse band squats. Hoping for a set of 3. We'll see how things go. As long as nothing's tweaked or anything like that, we'll try to get a set of 3. But what this is going to allow us to do is get our bodies used to a heavier weight, at least walking out and on the concentric part or the eccentric part of the motion. And then, you know, it'll be 575 in the hole, or at least in theory it should be. So I should be able to start it up and finish the rep. Obviously, you're starting on the top half, so I should be able on the top side of the squat, be able to push through with the 625. And that's just going to allow us to overstimulate the CNS. And hopefully over the next couple weeks allow us to you know, maybe hit 600 for 3, because that is the goal. So what I plan on doing, 575 today, 50 extra pounds, resistance bands at 5 pounds a week for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Once I hit, what would it be, probably like 650 with the bands. We're going to take the bands off and try to hit a set of 3 with 600, you know, without the bands. As far as bench goes, probably, yeah, we're going to do a set of 415 pause. That should be here this week. It was there last week. Definitely had some more room in the tank, so I think 415 pause, as long as everything goes well, should be there. One back off set, 375. Maybe try first set of 6 or 7. If 8's there, maybe push it. I want to stop shy of failure. I'm not looking to completely burn myself out, but we'll see. If 415 moves decent today, and I feel like I got some left in the tank, we might send it. I don't know. We might send it with 430. I mean, I use the VBT app, Variable Base Timing, I think it's called, and that pretty much gauges the speed of the lift. And if I use that, and it says that my max is like 450 after doing this 415, we might do 430. 430 is what I like to try to hit at the meet in May. So if we could do that today, that'll definitely put us ahead of the game. So, but we'll see. If 415 is a little bit of a grind, I'll just drop it down to 375 and do as many reps as possible. And then, I mean, after that, that pretty much would wrap up this workout. Like I said, we may or may not do deadlifts. We'll see how time's going and everything else and see what equipment's being used. It's about 4:05 now, so by the time I get around, it'll be about 5 o'clock, and the gym will be probably pretty busy. So, yeah, but with that said, let's get in there. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Well, shit, that was another good workout in the books. We hit everything we intended to. Worked up to 635 for a set of 3. Now, that is with bands, so it's probably like 575 for a set of 3. Last rep was definitely what I was aiming for. It was a little bit of a grind, but not too much to where, I was worried about failing. I just really wanted to feel the weight and push through it. Let's see. Now, as far as the bands go, I had them single looped on each side for the first set of 495, but it felt like it only took off like 10 pounds. Instead of 495 for like 485. Really didn't make a huge difference, but I double looped it, and that felt closer to about 50 pounds of assistance, so that's what I did. So 635, set of 3. I was going to do 2 sets, but with me not having that much weight on my back in a very long time, I want to, see how everything recovers before I do too much damage to it. My back was a little bit of an issue going in, so I really didn't want to push it with that. But yeah, next week we'll just add 5 pounds, 640, which would be like 580 for hopefully a set of 3, and we'll get that and start slowly adding more volume, like 2 sets of 3 or 2 sets of 2 or whatever else in the coming future, once my body gets used to the heavier weight. That's kind of how you avoid injuries too. That's one thing I've been very fortunate through my lifting career for like the past 17 years is avoiding major injuries. It's like I could have went in there with my back being a little the first set of 535 for 3 felt really good. Definitely feel like I could have got a second one on, but all that's putting stress on what already hurt. So I didn't want to, risk anything. I definitely probably could have got that second set of 3, but something more to give. Stopping short, playing smart is the smartest thing to do. This is a longevity thing. You go in there, push yourself to the max every single day, you're gonna get fucking hurt. I don't care how much warming up and everything else you do. You gotta play smart. It's about longevity in this, But yeah, with that we did that 635 for a set of 3. One back off set, 425 for 10. 425 felt so light after having that 635 on my back. Another note I want to make is when I actually walked out with 635, I just didn't go straight to squat, and I actually wanted to let the weight sit on my back for a little bit, get used to it, get the CNS stimulated, all the assistant muscles and, stabilizers and shit, getting used to the heavier weight. So when I go and do a lesser weight of 600 without the bands, it should feel like nothing. And psychologically, I'll have the lift, So after we did squats, we did bench, and holy shit, that 415 flew. That 415, I think, flew faster than what it's ever moved throughout, anytime I've done 415. It was crazy. Yeah, even with the pause. Now, there was a slight hiccup, a very slight slowdown in the transition, where my elbows twist out to lock out the weight, like about 3/4 up. But once they transition, it was a fast lockout, fast off the chest. There's just a very slight slowdown, like 3/4 of the way up. But yeah, I did the VBT estimate. I showed my max to be around 450, 455, which seems right after our back off set of 375 for 7. I didn't touch my chest on all of them. Fucked up my wrist at Planet Fitness. Just a little bit. It's a minor injury, nothing major. From doing curls of all things. Probably should have went a little lighter with the curls. I didn't even go too heavy for what I normally do. Just did 75, so like a set of 10 or 12. But just the weight in my hand, bringing it up, tweaked like one of the small bones off to the side of my wrist. But it's not a major annoyance, but it's enough to where I don't want it to get worse. So yeah, psychologically, I stopped them shy. Now, usually I don't mind stopping them shy a little bit, but there's definitely a few reps in there that was a little shallower than what I liked. I think it was a second rep. But nonetheless, I'll probably run it back next week. I might actually do 380 next week and just make sure I touch my chest, as long as this wrist shit goes away. Tendonitis has actually been decent. Didn't flare up today at all, knock on wood. Hopefully, it just stays simmered down. But yeah, after the back off set, 375 for 7, which moved really good too. Just did some technical training with deadlifts, just really trying to dial in and make sure my chest is up and not down. Because yeah, especially when you're getting heavier weights, like trying to bring a forward chest up to lock out with everything else, like damn near impossible, at least for me. So I'm trying to make sure my chest is more upright, make sure my arms are longer, and just overall posture is a lot better. I don't think I made a whole lot of progress today with it. The reps were kind of but then again, like I mentioned, my back was a little tweaked, so that was kind of a factor in that as well. But yeah, I mean, moving forward, we have our light bench and squat day next, followed by another deadlift day. We should have that curl bar here in a couple days. I did get an order. I think it's going to be here Friday. So, or what is today? I don't even know what day of the week it is. I have to look on the phone. But it'll be here in about 3 or 4 days. And then we'll bring it here and start doing the strict curl videos again. I enjoy doing them, miss doing them. So, but outside the scope of that, I think that pretty much wraps everything up. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned. Let's make these gains.